Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine.
Ha 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 ha. Hey, gentlemen, gentlemen, this is the Hero's Journey with Dr. D. All right, you clicked out for me. Hey, gentlemen, gentlemen, this is the Hero's Journey with Dr. D, here to encourage, to motivate, to inspire, to educate, helping you get beyond your first move and creating a better mindset today. We had a little mix up with my times. I was trying to get my schedule in at 9 p.m. However, I did see somebody was on, so therefore I decided to come on prior to 9:30. It actually, how it was sent out with YouTube, it was sent out at 9 p.m. But when it got streamed to Facebook and Twitch and LinkedIn, it's scheduled as 9:30. Had to cancel the LinkedIn, upload it later. However, I decided to just come on right 15 minutes prior. 15 minutes prior. May have the music playing, but anybody come on, ask questions. I will I will entertain them with my response. I want to stay faithful to the time of 9 p.m. However, just had to mix up today, but that's all right. That's all right. We're gonna do what it's gonna do, and we're gonna be what it's gonna be. Because I know some people may have their own time. I mean, that's all right. All right. Ooh, yo, I tell you, yo, I need to fix this thing. This is getting on my nerve. I need to. All right, I think I got it right. I got tight. It's tight. In my life, Lord, be glorified today. Be the glorified. Okay. I got it set up. All right, let me see what my time. All right, that sounds decent. Be now glorified. I got 16 minutes. What y'all think? What I could do now for my This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and put my summary. For those who didn't get a chance to see my summary, I may just go ahead and play it because it's only like 8 minutes in this prior to my 9:30 call. So let me see about playing it. So, all right, share everything. All right. Okay. This is where we're going.
Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine.
Here you go. Thoughts, which is the first member of the Dirty Dozen. This week we will be talking about toxic emotions. If you didn't know, emotions are connected with thoughts. How? You have the emotional response that's connected to the thought formation. You can not have one without the other. People don't understand it, but not just your brain holds memories, but your body holds memories through cells. And if your brain interprets incoming information as worry or depression, this is what happens. Then every immune cell will receive that interpretation. Every immune cell will receive that interpretation instantly, which gives you the mind and body link. Psychosomatic, if you heard it before, your mind and your body, they work together as a team, not separate, but as a team. However, what happens when a person goes into the realm of toxic emotions, all emotions are not toxic, but you can go to the realm of toxic. As we explained last week, I used the illustration of trees. Trees, Because what happens that individual will receive certain emotions and they will suppress it. It'd be suppression, repression, or they deny the very emotion. And if you do that, you create a block. It's a block where your body can work effectively. It cannot work effectively. So what happens is that you will be holding these emotions for years and years on end. Perfect example. Father and mother tell you to clean up your clothes, clean up your room, and you just stuff everything in the closet. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Why do you stuff things in your closet? Because you don't feel like dealing with the current situation at hand. And if you don't feel like dealing with the current situation at hand, you feel as if you stuff it out of sight, out of mind. In the body's case, out of conscious, stuck in the subconscious, you stuff and you don't deal with it. You feel like it goes away, but it doesn't. Because what happens is that the emotions will actually eventually come up in an inopportune time where you're not consciously thinking about it, but you have never really forgotten about it. Your cell holds memories. Remember, I said it earlier. Your cells hold memories as well as your brain does. And that's connected to, and so therefore you may respond in the most inopportune time. So it's in your best interest. It may respond in a sickness, or illness, a reaction to a certain stimuli, to triggers to a trauma that happened before, which were toxic, which was a negative pattern, a negative situation, a negative thought that was never dealt with at the inception or shortly after, but elongated itself into your latter years, into your current state. If it is in your current state, it's affecting your presence. Your presence everywhere you go. And if it affects your presence, it definitely will jack up your future. So it's in your best interest to deal with the toxic emotions by dealing with how you're thinking. It's only two emotions. It really is only two emotions. Everything is the byproduct of two emotions. It's love and fear. And I explained last week we have two trees. You have a tree of love and you have a tree of fear. What happens that when people, love gives you things of like, is joy, peace, patience, kindness. But when you go into the realm of fear, you go into bitterness, hatred, envy, anxiety, shame, guilt. All these are the things that people generally deal with as far as emotional irregulations or emotional issues. And when they come into this realm, what happens is that they never let it go. They feed into the tree. If it's toxic, those is a negative pattern. Those are things that are toxic. There are things that are underneath fear. Anxiety is underneath fear. Depression is underneath fear. These are the things that don't help us to our body or mind to work effectively or efficiently. But when you come into the tree of kindness, they come into the tree of patience, gentleness, the fruits of the spirit, so to speak. If you come into those things, then you come into your mind and your body works together effectively. There's even a scripture in the Bible that talks about think of things that's good, they're lovely, they're kind, they're patient. If there be any virtue, any praise in these things, think on these things. So these are the things that help you grow emotionally and physically. Everything works together, people. Everything works together. So when you go into a toxic emotion, these are the buildup of thoughts that could have been evacuated at the very beginning. But it's never too late. It's never too late. And what I mean by you could detoxify those negative thoughts at the beginning, you can. Within 24 to 48 hours of the inception of a thought, it doesn't have to stay. You can cast it out. You can get it out. And there are certain things that you can do. It's called mind management. And certain things you can do to pour that thought out. You gather the thought, you reflect on the thought, you journal. Yeah, it's a couple more items, a couple more steps that you do to process negative thought. Because the whole purpose to detoxify a thought is to get the negative thought out and get positive thoughts in. negative thoughts out and positive thoughts in, because you can effectively go into your future in a positive light if you're still living in a negative yesterday. Toxic emotions. Toxic emotions is the second part of the Dirty Dozen. And in the future videos, what we will be doing, breaking down. We not only will be explaining what the Dirty Dozen is and what items are, the members of the Dirty Dozen. We'll explain what they do, and then we will explain how to deal with toxic thinking and how to be done with it so you can live a healthier life emotionally, mentally, as well as physically. Okay? So until next week. Hey, journeymen and journeywomen. This is the Hero Journey with Dr. D. If you have found any value in this content, how about you help me help you so we can help others? By clicking subscribe, commenting, and sharing. And please don't forget the thumbs up. It helps the algorithm, it helps me. See, when you do this, you help me and you grow with me so we can make it better tomorrow and today. And also, you look to your left and right, you should see purpose-centered playlist as well as emotion playlist and my new playlist, Ride and Share with Dr. D. Anything else further, you can check down below. Check out my website if you need any future sessions, more so than the video. And don't forget our lives that we do on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, and we do a live on Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern. Wednesday night is a Heroes Update of what happened, and Tuesday night is a Heroes Update of the current feature video. So if you don't remember anything else from this video, remember this. Every day you get a vertical, make it your goal in life to always move forward and never look back, because life is just too short to live looking in the rearview mirror. This is a Hero's Journey with Dr. D, and we are out. Okay. Hey, gentlemen, this is the Hero's Journey with Dr. D. That was my recap, so to speak. My recap and the journey overview. This is my general overview after the recap you just heard. Um, Pretty much we talked about toxic emotions, and previously, the whole series of videos that we're doing is talk about thought life. And thought life, and I am introducing the the Dirty Dozen. Last week I introduced the Dirty Dozen, talk about toxic thoughts, and this week we're talking about toxic emotions. I played the recap for the most part, due to my miscalculation of time or just a malfunction of me not being able, the confusion of me actually doing 9 o'clock and 9:30 on different platforms as it streams. Let's leave it like that. So therefore, I played this so you got a clear view of the whole video in context. But generally, we're just talking about. Um, oh, and let me go ahead and put the and before we get started, let me go ahead and put the link into the comment section. Because I generally that's where I start off. Put the link in the comment section for those who want to get in on the Q&A. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, paste. Enter. Now, if you look wherever platform you're on, if you look at the link, you click the link, you should come right on. You should come right on. If you have any difficulties of getting in to give your 2 cents so that you can get a metaphorical nickel back, just let me know. Let me know, and I'll try to send the link again so you can just click on. Generally, you can click on YouTube platform, the Twitch platform, or even the Facebook platform, and see what the end gonna be. But in any case, what I was saying earlier, I was saying that generally we talked about last week. We talked about the thought life. We thought about toxic thoughts, and then I explained in somewhat of detail in my previous video about the formation of a thought. And in this current video, we explain that emotions, the emotional response connected with the formation of your thought, that they can't be one without the other. You can't have a thought without an emotion. And either it's something that's coming from consciously, from the five senses that is pulling in, or something's coming that's already been embedded and stored, and whereas the amygdala pulls out the the emotion, it the amygdala pulls out the emotional response, and these two when they come together, they produce a secretion, a chemical secretion that responds in your body. And that's where people get confused. It responds with your body as your mind. And your because it's stored. The memories are stored in your brain, the memories are stored within your cells. If they're stored within your cells, of course it has to affect your body. So therefore affect your mind. Psychosomatic, mind and body connect. It's a toxic pathway. Or it can be a benevolent pathway. It can be a negative pathway or it can be a benevolent pathway. As I explained earlier when we talked about different trees that are created. I use the example of trees. You have a toxic tree and you have a good tree. You have a non-toxic tree. One tree is you build different limbs. It can be a healthy tree. It can grow. Um, it's grow. That's part of your brain. You build roots and grows positively. So therefore, you get the fruits of the spirit, or you get fruits of love, patience, kind, gentleness, kind. I mean, all the things that are good makes your life wonderful. Put you in a good state of mind, good health. Whereas the opposer, the opposite, is fear. See, people understand fear has a direct link to anxiety, depression, worry, guilt, hatred, all those things that are negative. So it builds a toxic pathway. It builds it builds a toxic tree. So you keep creating limbs on a root that you never dealt with. And a lot of those roots come when you're dealing with toxic thoughts. They come at it with a bedrock of a lot of it is dealing with bedrock of unforgiveness, and it builds. It builds. It builds to tear you down. It doesn't build to make you grow. Or you may grow, but you may grow into a loop and not progressing towards your potential. Reason why you don't progress towards your potential because you're always living in the past. You're always living in the past. You say you forgive, but you never get beyond the last transgression. Why? Because you keep bringing it up. If you bring it up, you imply it with your actions. You never get past it. So therefore, you never get to your objective or your goals, and you never accomplish your purpose. Why? Because you're stuck in yesteryear, and it's stunning your growth for progression to your future, which connected to your purpose. So go figure, right? But people do it all the time. They do it all the time, and they don't realize they're doing it. I was talking to an individual the other day, and it was a good dialogue. And I just realized because I dealt with it as myself. Um, I dealt with it, but the thing is, I dealt with it. We generally, people deal with the broken child because they don't deal with the broken child. Or another reframe is that the broken child deals with them. They respond in kind as if they're 8 years old, unconsciously, physically, emotionally, but not consciously. The way they respond to situations, the way they do things, they are consciously in their mind thinking they're doing the right thing, but unconsciously they just reliving their past. They're reacting to the trauma of their past self in their present state, which is crippling their future events. Yeah. Why I go over these things so I can make myself better. I I try to work and understand the concept so I can explain it to you all. But more importantly, so I can explain it to myself. I read, I study over and over again so I can simplify it so I can understand. See, with repetition becomes confidence. And when the confidence comes, then I can walk in it freely and not be bound by issues. I have to determine in my mind that I will not be deterred based on situations. It's not what happens to you. It's not who does anything to you in this life. It's how you respond. I have to actually be willing to stand steadfast and unmovable and abounding. And I have to be willing to be anxious for nothing. A lot of times we quote scriptures or philosophies, but how many of you are willing to live it when you're in it? Instead of living what we say we believe, we cry about what we don't have. What would you live in? What would you, how would you, what would you learn in the middle of the storm? Because if you're not in the middle, if you do not walk the storm, you never get to the dry land. You just stay in the storm. But can you weather the storm? Can you swim the lake? Can you climb the mountain? Can you dig the ditch? Or can you climb out of the ditch? Or do you just choose to stay in the ditch? It's all about your lens. It's all about perspective. All right. All right. All right. Okay. So that's my summary on top of my summary. Oh, that's what all right. So, all right. And so my update is, so that's my recap on top of my summary or my recap. My summary will be, my update will be is that I will continue on the series of Thought Life, and the next week I will be doing a video. I'll be doing a video on. And I will try to get it in before the morning of, but it gets hectic, y'all. The next week I'll be talking about toxic words. And so next week I'll be talking about toxic words, and everything builds. Your thought connects to your emotions, and it's kind of fueled by your words. Because does not death and life lie in the power of your tongue? Come on, somebody. And they clap. Now cheer. Okay, they clap. Oh, that works. That works. That works. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. We got somebody. We got somebody. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, different shape. Different shape. This is Renee Louis Pierre. Renee Louis Pierre. How you doing?
Good evening on this
Everybody.
fine Tuesday.
Hey, do like this. Everybody clap your hands. Those
Not- That's not a
those are
song,
different shape ones.
huh?
Those are different ones, aren't they?
No, same ones.
Are you a different angle?
Uh, yeah, I think. Oh, I am. Yeah, I think I'm sitting more upright. I'm still
Yeah,
in the
I
same
can see.
chair, not reclined.
Yeah, I can see the brown. I can see the brown.
The brown of the glasses.
Yeah, I can see the brown. Generally, can't see the brown. It's like you're just leaning backward generally, but now it's not.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I had sent the message out. It's at 9 o'clock on YouTube, but on Facebook, on LinkedIn, I had at 9:30. No, I first did 9:30. I adjusted. It got confusing, but then I had one person's was on, so I just went ahead and just started prematurely. Guess it worked
Ah,
out for the video. Like
okay,
you said, well, 9 o'clock and 9:30.
okay.
Yeah. So all right. So what you think?
Very poignant message. I can definitely relate to the issues of staying in your past. That's been one of my regular prayer projects, asking God to deliver me from regret. Letting go of the past, accepting that what happened happened,
Right.
can't go back and change it. So just letting go and moving forward. That has been but it's getting continuously better. Like I said, I pray regularly for asking God to deliver me from regret, and that's been helping a lot. But yeah, it's been something I did struggle with in the past, letting go of the past and just living in the now.
And a lot of times people think that's easier said. That's easier said than done. You just let it go. Just let it go. Yeah, it's not that easy.
Yeah, that recorder we have in our mind, you know,
Yeah,
if only.
and right, and I have like on the lessons going forward, I have a 5-step process um to help to deal with toxic thinking, and these are different phases. Like toxic thoughts that lead into toxic emotions. Then, of course, toxic words can infuse it. But that's what I'm gonna do a video on next week. That's the third part of the Dirty Dozen, because if we can deal with each individually, and then we can deal with, then we can detoxify our minds, which goes into by the renewing of your mind. But see you therefore, brother, as presenting. What's the scripture? You know, is Corinthians 13:2. I present thee therefore, brethren, by the renewing of your mind. What's it?
Uh,
You know scripture?
I've read it a number of times. I don't remember the location though. I don't remember the book chapter verse.
I think it's I think I know it. But the point is that but it's really it's scientific and it's biblical. Is epigenetics at its best is pretty much renewing your mind. And even though there's even a scripture about cast now imagination every high thing that's all and bring it to captivity. It's scientific as well as biblical. I mean, a lot of words in the Bible, a lot of instructions in the Bible are really scientifically based. It's just that we don't get deep into science. Because it's that's when you start getting into quantum. You start getting into quantum theory, because you're calling things be not as though they were. But it's not now, right? But as though they were. So when was it? it was the past, the present, and the future. But God only sees one, but He sees it all. So if He sees it all, that means it's already happened. Call those things be not as though they were. When were they? Before the beginning of time. It's kind of confusing, but if you're in quantum, it's not. That makes sense?
Makes sense.
Yeah. Not necessarily a physicist, but I did some study on it because that's when it gets into physics. However, but it's a lot of stuff is based on your belief. Most of the stuff is based on your belief. Is that we say we believe, but we don't walk in it. Faith without work is dead. We say a lot of stuff. Yeah. I do this, I do that, but then when you in it, why me? Why me? Why not? Why me? Why not? What make is either scripture stuff said, how weak is your faith? I forgot what else located. How weak is your faith? Oh, faith is strong when the sun is out. Is when the rain comes. God, why is it raining on me? Why is it desert? Yeah, I mean, how weak? And I think it's an internal look and evaluation on the external issue.
Okay.
We look outside, but we never look inside. Yeah, because outside looks so bad at times.
Right. Because we're good at avoiding.
Yeah, but whether it's the scripture or a song say, but then he said, "This too shall pass." That's James Cleveland. This too Showtime.
Well, they say weeping may endure for the night, but joy comes in the morning.
Right. Yeah. And a lot of times may weak because you're just in pain, not because you sad. What Job tell woman? The woman? He said, you need to cuss God and die. He said, woman, you just crazy. All I got is God.
Mm, yeah,
He said, all I got. Yeah.
yeah. That's literally was true for him. He lost everything
Yeah.
except his wife.
Yeah. And all his boys talking junk about him, circling around him. They was trying to be helpful. Have you ever had people around you that trying to be helpful, but they just Debbie Downers?
Yeah, the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Yeah. They try to tell you while you in pain, maybe because you sin, maybe because you did this wrong. I said, maybe because I'm hurting. How about that? I mean, they try to tell me why I am experiencing all the pain.
Mm-hmm.
I and that was their way. But at least they came though, and they sat with him.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they were
I
there
guess
for him.
time pass.
Mhm.
It's one thing having people come to you, even it may be debate and back and forth, but at least they with you. Versus you, if you're a leopard, everybody gonna leave you in. No. No. You're a leopard. Anybody come by you?
Yeah.
Not at all. Yeah. So tell me more about what you heard in the video, or just my recap.
Mm. There is a need to, you know, resist toxic emotions. I mean, they definitely affect our lives, affect our feelings, and we do have a tendency to live in our feelings. You know, um,
Mhm.
I'm learning and growing in that area to not be dominated by how I feel, because feelings can be very fickle. You know, they can change, they can flip. You know, you could be joyful or happy one moment, see a picture or image or someone say to you, and you know, you're upset the next. Whereas the actual circumstances may not have changed. So feelings can be, uh, they affect our lives. So toxic feelings, toxic emotions, yeah, I can just imagine. Um, so there is a challenge to take control of our feelings. Like how Joseph Prince says, you know, dominate your feelings, don't let them dominate you.
Mhm.
Resist them. Make a decision. Sometimes, yeah, you know, and like you said earlier, it's not always easy, but sometimes you have to decide to be happy. You know, because I know in my case, I'm extremely blessed. I've told more than one person. I come to realize that I actually don't have any problems. I have mild irritations. They do
Yeah,
still
like
irritate me. Yeah, yeah. They do still irritate me, but I realize compared to things that are happening in this world, I mean, man, I'm extremely blessed, you know? But sometimes I have to remind myself um, the things that we're thinking of, sometimes like in fear. I think I heard someone say that 80% of the things that we're fearing never happen or won't happen. It's in our minds, you know? So yeah, toxic feelings, toxic emotions, they're a very dominant concept in the human, this thing called a journey of life.
it's a faulty appearing real fear, FEAR, um, false evidence appearing real. Is that it?
Yeah, I've heard,
False,
yeah, everyone's appearing real. Yeah, fear.
yeah, fear. And not fear. It's just in your mind. I mean, everything. It's if you have a positive outlook and feeling, that's connected to you building building good things. That's connecting to love. So it's really only two emotions. Everything bad, love, kindness, gentleness, peace. You have a peace in you that's coming from love. And if you have a hatred and a bitterness, that's coming from fear. Anxiety is coming from fear. I am anxious because I think somebody's going to shoot me. I'm anxious because I'm not going to have rent. I am scared because they won't be enough. I mean, and I am depressed because I won't get there because I am scared. And even if there's nothing to be feared of, it's fear itself. Fear is the dominant. I think fear is the dominant. Well, uh, he's the covering for anxiety, depression, hatred, guilt, and misery. But you don't have to feed it. But then the question goes: so, what if it's it's fat already? I didn't know I was feeding it. That's when you need to detoxify it. Take away the food that's allowing the toxic tree of fear to grow. That's when you have to bring into captivity every thought unto the obedience of Christ. I mean, that's when you cast down every imagination. But how do you do it? That means you take inventory of your thought. I mean, you can start with just doing a thought journal. Could start with just doing a journal about what's triggering you. And if you can find out what's triggering you, then you can find out what door not to open up. But you find yourself just sitting, this thought coming in. You know, I did the video, but are you building a nest for ego for a vulture? And that's a parallel between love and fear, life and death. Because an ego only attacks, he only brings life to the nest. A vulture only brings death. An eagle lives in life. Vulture lives in death. They're feeding your nest. Nest is your mind. They're feeding the chicklings. The chicklings your aspirations, your dreams. So the question you have to ask yourself: am I unconsciously feeding my dreams death? There's a reason why I'm not going anywhere, because I have no nutrients. Or am I feeding my thing? If I feed my nourishment, my dreams, life, so I have movement. It may not be as fast as I want it, but the point is I do have movement. When you don't have any movement, you're stagnant, and you're the hamstring. But even all the cartoons and the things I see about hamster, he's going real fast. But I never see the hamster sad about going in a circle.
Hmm.
He's excited. Yeah. He's going in a circle, ain't going nowhere. But he's not even depressed in a state. He's content in the wheel. But that case in point, a person is also can be content in misery. They may not be smiling, but they're moving real fast in it. Because their objectives that this is it. But ain't nothing changing. Same principle. It's different outlook. Because I think the hamster thinks I'm gonna get out. I think the person living in misery think I'm gonna get better. Yeah. They just ain't going nowhere, that's all. Yeah, so I mean, and I work on this. I mean, so it's to think on things that's good. See, is always a recipe, and recipes in a book. You got different books, the book I live by the Bible. I try to is practical applications. So think of things that's good, lovely, pure, honest, a good report, any virtue, any praise. Think on these things. Now, if you go outside of that, and which we all do, that's why we have to bring it to capture. We have to rope in. It's a constant work. It's constant work to keep our mind focused. Why? Because if we have a goal, we can be focused. If we don't have a goal, a godly goal, we get distracted into something that's going to take us far to the left. Nothing book worthy. But maybe it may not be book worthy, but it may be reality television worthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It may be good stuff to bash women or bash men. Yeah, it may be worthy.
Hmm. Yeah.
But is it is getting you to your goal, your purpose? I think people base their purpose on everybody else instead of on them. And that's when it's looking inside instead of outside.
Mm.
I mean, y- yeah, a lot of times you get a lot of people, you get a lot of different sermons, um, sermons or religious speaking stuff that sounds colorful and is engaging and makes you feel good. But
Mm.
if it's not the book, your feelings are fickle. Feelings are fickle. Yeah, feelings are fickle. And if you live by your feel, oh boy,
Up and down all over the place.
yeah, up and down. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, things be toxic, but it don't have to always be. It's work.
Mm. Yeah, work. That four-letter word, work. You know.
Yeah,
But there's another even better four-letter word, life.
oh,
You know, we're on this
never
journey
let
of
it
life.
work. Oh, life. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, that's dirty can clap. Yeah, life. So we can live or we can exist. It's a choice.
Yeah, right. King
It-
Solomon said, "A live dog is better than a dead lion."
right. Yeah, and I think it's also I think sometimes you know we live in a state where we're just trying to appease somebody else instead of
Mm.
please him.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Well, if I don't do this, he won't get mad. If I don't do this, she won't get mad. Yeah, life's too short. If you ain't living the book, you ain't living by standard, by code. What are you living by? Oh, how I feel. That's for the birds.
Yeah.
It has its place now. It has its place, but everything is about how you feel. If I don't feel right, maybe you need the evaluation, and that's when you need the evaluation of your thought life.
Right.
What's triggering this feeling? A lot of times, it's not the person in front of you; it's the
Mm.
person of yesteryear. It's a person
Yeah.
that affected me. I talked to somebody the other day, and they told me that there was actually um they were having issues at work with an individual, and that was always kind of on to give a hard time. And when and she's been dealing, but the person's been dealing with some coaching, getting some help, and she realized that as she listened to her employer, that her employer was her mother.
Mm.
The tone, the dialect, the way the employer approached her triggered the memories of the broken child. So
Wow.
the employer was actually able to depict that she had a little fear. So she gave her extra work to do, and knew she wouldn't do anything. Knew she'd be passive aggressive, just yeah, go ahead and do this, go ahead and do this. Then after a while, she said, wait a minute, is this my job responsibility? Person went to the union said some things. No, and so therefore she had information behind her. She went back to the person, and she wasn't scared anymore because she realized that person was not her mother, and she realized that her emotions was connected to a thought of a past memory.
Mm. Wow.
Yeah, a past memory. It's gonna be connected to something the stimuli for the five senses consciously, or your emotions it's gonna pull from a archived situation that has a memory in it that's connected to your cells as well as your brain. But if it's connected to your cells, it's going to affect you physically. It creates anxiety, heart rate, and you're not going to know why unless unless the psychosomatic mind body connection comes up. It's all bam, that's where it's coming from, and that's what happened to her. She felt some type of way, but then she started doing the work. Started doing the work, trying to evaluate why. It was the broken child. Then she went back. She went back. And she went back. And then she realized the tone, the words, the way the person addressed her. And she realized that's what it was. That was a mother. And when she cast that down, when she put that away, then she had no more fear. But see, that's it. It's work. People not willing to do the work. I mean, it's easy to stay in. Yeah, I mean, me included. It's easy to stay in a situation where it's repetitive because it's even confidence in misery.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Okay, I do this, and but you do it automatically, right? I hate it, but I do. I'm there every day on time. Can't
Wow.
stand it. I'm never late. Man, can't stand my boss. Yes sir, no sir.
Mm-hmm.
I hate this outfit. It's ironed and pleated every day. Can't stand these shoes. Make sure I got them propped at the door if I walk out.
Yeah.
Before I
Wow.
know it, I'm in the car at work. Before I know I'm at home. Because it's, repetition builds confidence. And it's even comfortable in misery. And then when it's all done, you're like, man, where did the time go?
Yeah.
Well, the
Can't
time
get it,
came. Hmm?
and you can't get it
But
back.
can't get it back. And it's like we exist, but we don't live. And I think a lot of times, um, even marriage situations, people blame the other person. You got to. I mean, even if the other person wrong, why would I be blaming my wife? If it wasn't for nah, why will I blame my wife? Well, if she did this, she did that. Okay. If coulda, woulda, shoulda. But let's say count it all joy when you but if I am if my future, if my purpose is dictated by what I allow to happen, what can change if I just do what I'm supposed to do? I mean, I'm not talking about leaving nobody. Just do what you're supposed to do. And if you rest in your purpose, and you yes. Mm, okay. All right. Hold on a second. Sure. Already. If you relish in your purpose, then it's irrelevant to what the other is irrelevant to the other people. I mean, even King David, even Ziklag, with the boys we fought right beside. and they was about to kill him. He never looked outside for help because the external was trying to kill him. He had to empower himself. He had to encourage himself. So by saying he had to encourage himself, what is that saying? Did he go outside? External? No. He had to go internal to encourage himself.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so so a lot of people just obey, and God is faithful like that. And you bless God for everything you have because you didn't even have to have it. So I think everybody's blaming everybody for everything, but just focus on your purpose.
Yeah.
Just focus on your purpose. There's no need to get bitter about what you don't have. Now everybody else will be. Oh, I can't believe this. Yeah, it is what it is. But what would you do with what you have? And what you should have is relationship.
Right.
Joy comes from the inside. Happiness comes from only things that's happening around you. And that changes. But joy doesn't. What's your take? I said a whole bunch.
Yeah. Um, the joy of the Lord is my strength. Uh, the journey of life, yeah, it can be challenging, but we have a responsibility, I guess, like you said, to take the reins, to live life, I guess. Don't let it drive you, but live life. Yeah, I can see that. And fear is tormenting.
Oh yeah.
Fear have torment. It's not fun to be afraid, but it's good that, like you said, you can do the work and you can, take control, God can help you to do this thing called life. So it's not dominated, saturated with fear.
Right. Yeah, fear is a waste of energy. It's a waste of energy. I mean, but it's easy to get caught up in it because I think we, in general, we concerned about mother, sister, brother, people that we think means, Bible say told us to do one thing, but we more concerned about them than him.
Yeah.
That's how I take. Only have one life to live, and nobody else can live it for me.
Yeah, agreed.
So I need to make it count.
Yeah, live it to the fullest.
Right, and that's doggone in the middle of your prayer when you feel that is something that's it was God ordained, and even if you feel it was God ordained, is not the end game. Like I told you, in the video, embrace your passion. Yeah, if it's not outside everything's a step. If it's not outside the book, everything's a stepping stone to get where you need to go. But if you cheat on the step, then you'll trip.
Right.
Yeah, end up breaking a leg and you got to take the step all over again. And so if it's a step that you believe it is, within reason, that's not damaging your family or people around you or people depend on you. Because I still think it's important, man, take care of fast worse than infidel, you focus on your priorities, take care of your bills, take care of things that need taken care of. But don't never forget the dream.
Right.
Because the purpose is in the dream. That's connected to the passion. But I think we all need to just prioritize our time better so we can so we can focus on that thing, and it will build. It will build. I believe that it'll build if we prioritize to a point where the passion, the thing that we're passionate about, and the extra time we spent is compounded like a credit card to a point where it actually finances our priority. So we're doing something passionate about. Does not even work, but our priorities are taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so therefore, it's not even work. I'm just doing this. I love doing it, and things to take care of. It's a discipline in it. It's a discipline in it. Inch by inch is a cinch, but not really. It's not a cinch, but it feels like a cinch when you get finished. A lot of times, not when you do it though. It's a learning bridge. It's a learning bridge. This is good.
Yeah.
I think I talk more than you talk this time. Yeah. So any parting words? I think I'm gonna hit the road.
Well, like you said, focus on the two great pillars of life: God and your purpose. You know, and like you and the Holy Spirit can live this thing called life together. You know, and like you said,
Right.
do the work. You know, do the work.
Yeah. Do the work. Okay. Yeah. Now, oh, I got a good one for tomorrow. Hey, I give no. You know my what happens is gonna be
No, 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 no.
Will and Jada.
You said what?
Bill and Jada.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
got to think
that's
of
gonna be a good one.
catch. What's that?
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, it's like I was trying to find out. Um, trying to, what's a good one? What's a good one? I'm asking people around. What's a good one? I don't know. I don't know. Because the only thing really on the major news channel is Israel.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, but I started thinking, oh no, that'd be catchy. You got to title something different. This
Say
harmony
that.
is among us, or something.
Yeah, that should be
Yeah,
good. Definitely a good one. Yeah.
yeah. I think of title. I'm probably gonna do the thumbnail tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna do the thumbnail tonight and put it up. I got to think of the title. I got to think of the title and put it up there. That should be good. All right, let's say your goodbyes.
All right. Have an awesome evening. Jesus Christ, the way, the truth, and the life.
Peace. All right, thank you, gentlemen, gentlewomen. If you found any value in this content, how about you help me help you so we can help others by clicking subscribe, commenting, and sharing. Because when you do this, you and don't forget the thumbs up. When you do this, you organically help build and grow with me, so we can make it better tomorrow, today. Um, if you look up to your left and right, you should see on the replay the Purpose Center videos as well as motion, and then my new segment, Ride and Share with Dr. D. Um, and and look down below. If you need a little bit more, just give me a call or look at my website, hero6.org, and we talk about a little bit. We can go beyond, go beyond. So, with that being said, I hope uh, you've gotten something from this content. So please leave a comment, engage. Let me know if anything else that you'd like me to talk about on an ongoing series, or any new video content that you'd like me to put out. But with that being said, if you don't remember anything else from this video, remember this: every day you get a vertical. Make it your goal in life to always move forward and never look back. Why? Because life is just too short to live looking in the rearview mirror, and that you are important. God knows that you are important. That you are important. I know that you are important. So therefore, I guess it got to be. It got to be. Got to be. So this is the hero's journey. Hey, what, Dr. D, and we are. Ow!
Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine,